at Stacking Sets. Here we are again with a new episode today. Um, Usually there's three of us, but Aditya is a bit sick today, so he had to cancel his presence, which is sad, but I'm sure he'll be back next time. We have a new guest, so today Brady is here. Should I say Kobe or Brady, or both?
Yeah, Brady. Or
Brady,
both, yeah.
okay. Okay, Brady is joining us from BSquared, and he'll tell us a little bit more about sort of the BSquared network, which is basically a roll-up essentially for Bitcoin. But we'll dive a bit more into that later. I guess usually how we start, Brady, is that we talk a bit about your background, like how did you get into sort of crypto, as a form of introduction for you as a person, and kind of the crypto journey, essentially how this all started. So maybe we can start with that, and then maybe we can talk a bit about sort of what happened in the last few days, in sort of crypto and in the world, and then we can dive a bit deeper into BSquared and what you guys are doing, what you guys are building on, right? So
Yeah,
maybe you can start by introducing yourself.
yeah, sounds great. So, hello everyone, and thanks, Bart, for the invitations. My name is Brady. So, I'm lead business development at BSquare. I entered the blockchain industry in 2021 and began trading Bitcoins in 2020. So, my journey here is, yeah, the Bitcoin started in 2020 when I first came across discussion about the digital gold and
Mm-hmm.
decentralized money, right? So at that time, yeah, I'm like really intrigued by the idea of a financial system independent of traditional banks. So after some quick search, I decided to make my first small Bitcoin purchase. So just to understand how it works. So
Mm-hmm.
as I learned more, yeah, I became fascinated by the security, decentralizations, and potential to reshape the global finance. So I think the 2020 bull run, yeah, was a turning point. Like I saw the Bitcoin's adoption accelerate, and institutions into the space and narratives around digital assets mature. So by 2021, yeah, I was fully committed to blockchain industry. So shifting my career to focus on business development within Web3. Today, sit here as a BD lead at BSquare. I'm working to bridge Bitcoins with DeFi, onboarding more users into BTCfi, and exploring how Bitcoins can play a bigger role in the evolving financial system.
Great. Yeah, it's like as with so many of us, a lot of us kind of got involved with crypto through Bitcoin, right? So that was also my kind of, I mean, it's the OG, it's the first one, and it's the most important one. So it's nice to see that this was also kind of the trigger for you to join the space. All right, so I don't know, maybe before we start, like anything that you've noticed, like in the last week, I was just reading something that Trump is planning on. He made an executive order where he wants to rename Greenland to Blue, White, and Red Land, which is just unbelievable. I don't know. I think the man is like a walking meme, but it's quite interesting. But overall, I think the markets haven't been that great, but we're hoping that things will turn around. I think his sort of crypto man in charge, David Sachs, like they're building sort of the regulations now in the US. So I'm really hoping that this is going to bring some clarity, and then that could help sort of facilitate a new wave of sort of crypto innovation and I guess attention to the industry and more kind of progress. I don't know what you think about that. If you also feel that this is the momentum that we need, or how do you feel about this?
Yeah, of course, like the marketing. Yeah, I think like uh I pay attention on like meme coins, like Trump meme coins, and
Yes.
I think the landscape has like seen significant developments recently. So, but
Yeah.
over the past 3 weeks, the market had also a significant downturn.
Yeah.
So Yeah, I think the vision behind is try to expand into a broader, more impactful rules within the ecosystem, and with the potential to build the real-world utility and drive engagement in both the financial and social aspects of blockchain.
Hmm.
So yeah, I believe we need to trust the U.S. government.
Yeah, well, we're just hoping that that I guess some clarity might help the industry as a whole, right? So that's kind of what I'm hoping for. But let's see. I mean, at the same time, there's some positive sentiment on that end. Like he's very unpredictable, so we'll see what happens.
Hmm.
Um, anyway, coming to like BSquared. So one thing that kind of stuck with the title or narrative that you guys have is that it's sort of the most practical Bitcoin L2. Maybe I don't know if you can give us some more context or like on the backstory or what the thought process what was behind this. So maybe tell sort of our viewers like what is BSquared, right? What is sort of setting you guys apart?
Yeah, sure. So BSquared Network, we are a modular Bitcoin Layer 2 solution, simultaneously implements rollup and DA layers with settlement completed on a Bitcoin mainnet. So the security of Layer 2 is relatively high. But DA can also support other blockchains, like other Bitcoin Layer 2 blockchains, providing the security for both the rollup and the execution layer. So as a POS chain, proof of staking chain with Bitcoin staking, we serve as one of the largest finality providers on Babylon. And we introduce advanced in scalability, including recursive ZK proof mechanisms, the tooling complete ZK event environment, and account abstraction features that interface directly with Bitcoins for settlement and validations. So for any chains looking to extend into the Bitcoin system, storing our transaction data can be too expensive and slow. So to address
Mhm.
this, our partners can leverage our DA layer, where we aggregate and write data to Bitcoins while utilizing decentralized infrastructure to get started. Highlight another key focus is BTCfi. So BSquared, has been a pioneer of BTCfi among the layer twos, Bitcoin layer twos. So the background here is with over 95% of the total supply be idle. Unlocking this potential has made this BTCfi a really popular thesis of the Bitcoin ecosystem. So among its various explorations, we like integrate Bitcoins into different ecosystems. That's our ultimate goal. So
Mhm.
and recently, a good news is we are also exploring the fusion of Bitcoins plus AI, partnering with Elisa. We will promote the flourishing of AI within the Bitcoin ecosystem more, become the habitat for the AI agents, and in several ways.
Interesting. This
Yeah.
is ELISA, right? Like I don't know how familiar you are with it, but so it's like the framework for agents, right? So you guys are like integrating with them as well. So just to enable more agents to do trading, or sort of what's the idea there? I don't know if you can elaborate on this or if it's still very new. Just curious.
Yeah, sure. So actually, we have our BSquared Hub, so which is our DA layer, and it provides enhanced data retrieval for AI agents. And this includes like external data as well as user uploaded data. So both types of data can be provided to the large models, and we will develop tools that connect these with the large models. So to like introduce the concept of the world's first AI-powered mining pools. That's also our goal, and we will leverage our DA and roll up to demonstrate why BSquared is the ideal platform for AI agents.
Okay. Wow, very interesting. You guys are definitely sort of like branching out and being everywhere, right? So, but essentially, but the main core focus for just to summarize or to go back is like it's kind of a data availability layer, right? So you're kind of taking away this kind of constraint for Bitcoin, and you guys are making this a bit more, practical, I would say, in its approach. And then not only that, then also by doing this, you want to sort of build an ecosystem around the BSquared network that basically encompasses like as much kind of DeFi as possible, right? Because if you look at, I think I would recommend people to take a look at this, but the ecosystem page of like BSquared is quite big, right? There's a lot of projects that are sort of working with you. So I think that's kind of the approach that you guys are taking, right? To sort of have this kind of blanket kind of reach to other projects. Is that correct? Or
Yeah, definitely. Because yeah, like besides the BSquared hubs, the technical side, actually we have our like farming platforms, and there are various farming strategies for our users. So we do need to connect with many DeFi protocols. Of course, especially the Bitcoin related projects. So that it like help us to have like many users like they would like to play around with our platform.
right, exactly. So I mean, I think at this stage, if I'm looking at sort of the state of the market, and what we've been seeing playing out in the last few months, is to me it's really like a Bitcoin super cycle where Bitcoin is really sort of the main assets that has been driving sort of the market sentiment. It's hovering around 100K, and the builder culture around the Bitcoin ecosystem is very, very strong, right? There is a lot of projects that are building here. But in order to kind of scale this, I think interoperability is very important. And maybe I just want to touch on that sort of like with BSquared, sort of how do you guys improve the interoperability of Bitcoin? Like, is that also like a core focus for you guys?
Yeah, I think is this focus is everywhere. Like every blockchain
Yeah.
is the focus. Yep. So from my perspective, we enabled seamless interactions between Bitcoins and other blockchain ecosystems. So we collaborate with others, like including DeFi and Layer 2, without compromising the core security of Bitcoin.
Hmm.
So the cross-chain interoperability can enhance Bitcoin Layer 2, right, utility by expanding its ecosystem, and the collaborations with other chains can bring first liquidity, second adoption. So I believe the Bitcoin's liquidity can strengthen DeFi's ecosystem on other chains as well, and bridge assets across chains is a like key point like foster greater usability. So
Hmm.
BSquared believe that it can collaboration between different blockchains can is inherently mutual and beneficial. Of course,
Hmm.
security and ability to deliver real yield to users are our top priorities. So we
Hmm.
carefully select trustworthy projects for partnerships.
Got it. Yeah. I mean, I guess sort of one of the biggest challenges, and as you mentioned, right, like with crypto, and I definitely think for adopting sort of Bitcoin into DeFi, is kind of this UX of moving it around and trying to do this as seamless as possible, right? Where it's not too complicated and that people don't have to overthink it. Ideally, I think they shouldn't even know that they're interacting with different blockchains. It should just all be seamless. And I hope that that's kind of where we're going to. Like we had a good conversation last time here with Layer Zero, where we discussed sort of their way of kind of moving assets around and interoperability. So that was quite interesting. I think BSquared is also looking at maybe sort of adopting Layer Zero. I was discussing this with one of your colleagues the other day because we wanted to do something on BSquared with our LST. But we couldn't yet because it's not enabled. But I think this is also something that you guys are looking at, right? Like adopting sort of more kind of standards to allow kind of more interoperability with BSquared. Yeah.
Yeah, certainly. Like you said, the cross-chain bridge has a crucial rules on this. I think we allows like BSquared allows off-chain computations while maintaining the security and decentralization of the base layer Bitcoins. So
Mhm.
this improves the scalability and allows different ecosystem or other like cross-chain bridge to interact without compromising security.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. So I think maybe sort of touching on for those who are watching and don't know, maybe coming from the BSquared side. So pSTAKE, we are a liquid staking protocol. We've built sort of mainly LSTs in the Cosmos ecosystem. But this is years ago. We kind of pivoted now 100% towards Bitcoin, which was a very good idea. Mainly because we were really interested always in Bitcoin. That's kind of how most of us got into crypto, but also because Babylon gave us this opportunity to create like an LST because they had this innovative way of using Bitcoin as a way, an asset to secure proof of stake chains, essentially. So we kind of created YBTC, which is a Bitcoin LST on Babylon. That's kind of what we're distributing now, or kind of client base is predominantly institutions. So there are, of course, regular users as well, but the majority now that we're partnering with is institutions. But how does BSquared like see LST sort of fitting into the broader kind of Bitcoin L2 landscape? Do you think that this is only here to stay and only going to expand, or what are your sort of thoughts there? Do you think, for example, that there might be more variations of LSTs, not just Babylon, but that different versions will come based on sort of Bitcoin L2s that might have also like a fee system where you can lock up your assets and then generate some yield?
Yeah, like 100%. Um, within our ecosystem, we have many LRTs, LSTs to let users yeah, can have many options to do the farming. So I think LST offers a way for Bitcoin holders to unlock new yield generating opportunities while also retain the security and liquidity of their assets. So
Hmm.
through this staking model, I think Bitcoin can seamlessly participate in the broader DeFi ecosystem and making it more valuable for users and overall blockchain space. So this also aligns perfectly with BSquared Network's broader mission of like expanding Bitcoin's use case and ensure its role in the future of the decentralized economy.
Right. Yeah, I think we hope so too. I think what we've seen sort of in the last months is, I mean, of course, there's like a variety of Bitcoin L2s, and each of them sort of does something in their particular way where they want to focus on, or I think you guys have sort of this data availability that you focus on, and expanding, sort of having a lot of integration so that a lot of people can interact easily. I think that's great. It's just that for us, we've noticed that we can work with all these different stakeholders, and I find that the builders within the Bitcoin ecosystems are quite collaborative. So having an LST, if it's on top of Babylon or somewhere else, like to be able to like move it around and to bring it to all these different ecosystems who have their own kind of approach to some form of scaling for Bitcoin, or some form of let's say programmability for Bitcoin that's not there yet. That's great, and to see this only evolve is a very good thing. So I'm hoping that this is only gonna keep growing, and that people will adopt more to sort of this this ecosystem of chains, and kind of the LSTs moving around in these ecosystems. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
totally.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So
and yeah, go on.
no, please go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah,
I was
because
just musing.
yeah, like pSTAKE, YBTC, your tokens are typically like interoperable. So, by staking
Mhm.
your tokens, users can earn additional yield, making it more attractive options for holders. So to us, actually it's a plus, right? So yeah,
Yeah,
I think in the near future, so we will have more, campaigns, DeFi activities, and we'll invite you to join as well.
that's great. I'm sure we'll be there, you know. I think it's good, right? People can move their assets around and like see wherever they want to take it, right? They can restake, they can lend, they can, you know, put it in some liquidity pool. So it's all, you know, up to the user, I guess, what they want to do. Yeah, wonderful, you know. So and thinking on sort of what's next for BSquared, like any exciting roadmap updates, like what are you guys planning on in the next, you know, let's say quarter or half year? What's happening?
Yeah, I would say, in short, so the latest update here this year, our vision is so my job here is to expand the more BTCfi ecosystem, maybe with other blockchains. Like for example,
Mhm.
we bridged like many Bitcoin to move ecosystem, and yeah, that to allowed their users, their communities to like engage with the Bitcoin's ecosystem. And also we are launching like mining campaigns, more mining campaigns for the users, unveil new products soon. So like I said, recently we partnered with many AI projects. Like
Mhm.
yeah, so we try to strengthen the Bitcoins plus AI narrative,
Yeah,
to introduce the concept of the world's first AI-powered mining pools, as I mentioned. Um, yeah, TG will be soon. Yeah,
yeah.
target at Q1. So in 2025, I think we are poised to redefine the Bitcoin-based DeFi once again. Yeah.
Yeah, sounds like a big year for you guys. So can we just maybe like ask like what is sort of this mining campaign that you mentioned, maybe for people watching that they understand sort of what this is about? I don't know if you can elaborate on that. I think you've had something around this before, right? It was sort of the honey, was it the hive? I'm not sure which one it was. Was
Yeah.
it honey or hive? Yeah.
Yeah, correct.
Uh
So yeah, I can explain.
yeah, maybe you can. It's a little bit far from me. Like I read about it before, but yeah, I think we used it before. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so overall, we have three products to connect the holders and the retail investors. So the first one is Hive, like you said. The Hive is kind of a gateway to the Bitcoin-based DeFi. So we enable the staking, so the users they can stake their native Bitcoins on BSquared to earn a reward. The rewards would be like BSquared token. Um, yes, second is our bus farming. It's our core product. So there are like I said, several farming strategy collaborating with more than 30 onboarded projects, and uh, include pSTAKE, right? So
Mm.
uh, this platform achieved like a TVO of more than 500 millions last year. So it's kind of a yield aggregator, offer users many profit strategies, and with the well-known BTCfi projects. So empower users with yield-focused strategies to maximize their Bitcoin assets. And third, and is our Honey platform. So this one is quite simple. Like it's a community reward platform. So with more than 500,000 active users, it create a vibrant community driven reward ecosystem.
Right. Yeah. You guys are mainly sort of active in the Asia region, right? For now, but yeah, but global reach, I would say. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah. Good stuff ahead for BSquared. Yeah. So okay, if people want to get sort of they want to follow along and get involved, like for example on sort of the honey thing, like they should go to your website, right? Or on X, I think they can connect.
I think the easiest way is follow us on Twitter, Discord, Telegram for the
Yeah.
latest partnership, yeah, and farming opportunities, and explore our bus farming and honey platforms to access top yields on our website. Yeah.
Okay. Great. Anything else you wanted to share on BSquared, or we're kind of you said most important things?
Yeah, actually, yeah, I think the most important thing here is, like we really target, I mean, really try to like explore the BTCfi ecosystem. So yeah, we like to work with as many Bitcoin related projects and other DeFi projects as possible. And yeah, I
Yeah,
think that's it. Yeah.
that's great. Yeah, and I'm very curious to see what you guys are going to do with sort of this AI integration. Like, I'll definitely follow up on that because I've used Eliza in the past, and I mean, we have an agent as well that's kind of incubated through pSTAKE. It's like a little cat that likes Bitcoin and sort of tweets about it. So we also, I think not just myself, but everybody in the team also really likes sort of AI and kind of the developments around that. So we're following this closely and kind of getting involved as well, but maybe not to the extent that you guys are. Like, sounds a bit more complicated if you're going to allow AI agents on chain to sort of do things like, but who knows, right? This is definitely one
Yeah.
of the big things I think in 2025 that we'll see evolve.
Mhm.
So I'm very curious um, to look at this. Curious what's going to happen there. All right,
Yeah, I agree.
I
Like
think.
every project,
Yeah.
they try to be part of the AI agent. So yeah, I think this year would be a good start for the AI, and we aim to facilitate AI agent development by
Mhm.
contributing like commonly used like RAG vector database. So yeah, let's see and keep you posted.
Yeah, definitely. I'll definitely keep watching that. It's part of kind of, I think, the nature of people working in crypto is that they like tech and AI is just like just an extension of this, right? If it's not blockchain, then I think AI is definitely, I mean, something very new and very exciting. So yeah,
Mhm. Yeah, agree.
bigger than whatever else has been there, I think. Okay, well, look, I mean, this was great, like very interesting to learn about BSquared. Like, I'm excited for what you guys are working on, and seems like you're really sort of creating like this huge ecosystem, working with all these DeFi partners. So that's really nice to see. Um, what I would say, maybe to close off, what we usually do here is that we do kind of a rapid fire of questions. So I'll just ask you maybe 4 or 5 questions, and I didn't, no preparation, just sort of um, off the cuff. You can just answer the first thing that comes to mind, right? Um, so my first question would be, what's your favorite country?
Oh, favorite country, Japan.
Japan. Okay. You're not from Japan, right? Like,
I'm
or you
from
are?
Taiwan.
Taiwan. Okay. Japan. All right. If you could orange pill one person in the world, like who would it be? Like,
Uh, I don't know. Yeah, I don't have. Yeah, no idea. Pass. Next question.
okay. Okay. If you were not be working in tech, what would you be doing otherwise?
uh, you mean if I'm now working in the Web3 industry?
Yeah. What would be your
Maybe
next thing?
I can be a swimming athlete because my family
Oh,
business is operating a swimming pool.
really? Okay. Well, that was my my next question. What's your favorite like sports? So I guess it's maybe swimming then.
Not really. My favorite is surfing.
Oh, okay. Well, that's you kind of have to be able to swim to to surf. I also like surfing. I'm also kind of a surfer, so I also enjoy that. That's great. Um, and then maybe last question, like, is Satoshi still out there? And if he is, do you think he's on X, like reading with us or reading what's happening in Bitcoin?
Yeah, hopefully. Like I bet he's there.
Yeah, okay.
Observing everything.
Probably,
Yeah, probably.
probably. Okay, man. Well, look,
Thanks
really,
a lot.
really appreciate having you over at, Stacking sats, like great to learn about BSquared, and to meet you, Brady, and I'm sure I'll see you around in the conferences in the months to come, once that starts again. Hopefully, we can do this again sometime when we have some more news. Curious about what you guys are building, and definitely sort of this AI inflection sounds really interesting. So we'll see what happens there. Yeah.
Yeah, looking forward to the next sessions. Yeah, remember
All right.
to invite us.
Yeah,
Thank you, sir.
we will. All right. Thanks, man. Thanks. Have a good day there.
Yeah,
Bye.
have a good day.